Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Toronto. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah, having a nice weekend? It was, I think, 23 years ago this week that Xena premiered, right? I'm understanding.
Is that true?
September 4th, I believe it was, of 1995. So happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who knew? That's
Yeah, I mean, so, and I guess with that in mind, we had 6 seasons, 134 episodes, I believe.
Yeah, we used to do between
22, 24.
22 and 1 year, 24 episodes. So we'd be busy more than 9 months a year. And we'd watch all these sitcom actresses that'd be all over the pages doing, I don't know,
the publications.
yeah, they had so much time to do other things in their lives, but we were living in New Zealand and loving it.
Sitting there in our robes, drinking tea, going, wow.
Well,
We were wild.
having 2 female leads on a show, and especially like a show with so much action, was notable at the time. It is still notable now. Did it sort of sink in right away that you two had to have like a very strong kind of camaraderie and have one another's back to sort of navigate these waters, because it was such a unique experience at the time?
I don't know if,
No, we knew that this was very important just for enjoying your life, enjoying your career. I got really lucky though, because it's not a given that you'll love and respect your, your screen wife. I bet there's heaps of married people on TV who bloody hate one another. But anyway, no, we were together so much of our lives, and we were young and hungry and didn't know any better, so we'd happily blow our eyebrows off or get crucified or whatever they wanted to do. We were like, sounds good.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, Lucy was mostly doing all the fights, so I would just sort of sit back and watch.
Twiddle her little stick. Like, she'd do these fights, and they'd be like, "Whoa, did you see Renee did this amazing fight?" She's like, she's got a 6-foot stick. Nobody can get near her, man. She's like throwing that thing around.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, oh, sorry, what's that?
No. Because, like, you always, like, dodge the legs. Like, shoo, and I'm like, whoa, if only I had, like, another 5 feet on me. I'd be doing that, too. It's like, it's awesome. It looks good.
I mean, aside from like maybe Cher, there's Xena is up there as far as like one-word names, Madonna, one-word names that just like resonate and people automatically know what it is and what it encapsulates and what it signifies. I know people ask about the legacy of a show, but when you're working on a show, like, you hope that it gets picked up, and then you hope that maybe it has a little bit of life afterwards. But like, when did it really sink in? Was it years later that you're like, people are going to always know what Xena means?
I'll tell you when it sunk in. When we were standing out there, and I was like, oh my God, Ren. Doesn't matter what we do. We don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
That is what we're going to be known for. Like 20 years later, that you all are showing up in Toronto. We're like,
Amazing.
Yeah. Are there lots of little Xenas out there? Are there Xena children that
there's
you
two
met?
more today.
Yeah. Stand up.
This family, I know you're here, with all the children, that
Yeah.
she was like, name my baby. I'm like, that's a lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah, they're right over there.
And then I was like, okay, what are my choices? She goes, Xena or Zora? And I go, that's a tough one. I don't want to be like really vain and go, name it my character. I said, well, Xena with a Z is my great aunt's name. I always thought it was just great coincidentally. She's like, no, it's Xena or Zora. And then what happened? You said that the older girl's also Xena. I don't know if you're telling the truth. How can you have two Xenas? You are Xena.
You really are.
There's a Xena. I said, there can be only one. We all saw Highlander. People with swords, there can be only one. So you can't call Xena two in the family. And Xena, it's like too many Daves. You know that Dr. Seuss story? You should name one of them Boxer and one of them Binky and one of them Oliver Bolivar Stinky. Everybody knows the rhyme. I know I messed that up, no letters.
So
And then, okay, Xena. You can be Xena, you can be Zora. That child is lucky to be born into such a fun family.
everybody's allowed to be Xena, yes.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and throw it to an audience question. We got one right up here, over here. We're going to start here.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Toronto.
Thank you, doll.
This is actually just about the time that William Shatner came to the Xena convention and did all that filming. Have you heard anything about what happened with that?
Was that Amanda
Yeah.
McKelly's movie?
No, it was a different one. It was William Shatner, right?
William
where he
Shatner
was
was-
interviewing different people when they were
Oh, I
going to
don't
different
know.
conventions. I don't know if they did anything with that at all. Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember
You
it.
should ask William
Which is
Shatner.
a shame because there'll be some great
Bill.
footage.
I couldn't make it to his talk, so I missed it. So I didn't know if you guys knew.
So tweet it. He's big on Twitter. That guy likes Twitter, so tweet him. But okay, good question. Hi, how are you? Oh, okay. I thought we had another mic over here.
Are you running back and forth? Are you seriously running back and forth?
Hi, ladies. Welcome to Toronto. So I have a more fun question, and so I'm curious, what are your current phone ringtones?
Oh. Interesting. I said don't
Nobody-
get weird, Toronto. So what are your ringtones?
Nobody has called me in months. I can't remember.
I think mine's on silent.
Permanently.
No idea. It's terrible.
What's your ringtone?
It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Cool.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ours too.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi. Hello, Miss Lawless, Miss Renee O'Connor.
Hello, sir.
So my question is, since there's kids in the audience, who would you rather? So 3 options: sleep with, marry, and kill. Gattaca, Hercules, or Crixus?
So I'm gonna give them a buffer
Ash.
if they don't want to answer that, because it's kind of weird to play that game.
It hits on all the shows she's been in.
I'm giving them a buffer. I'm giving you guys a pass on that.
Okay, thank you.
But
Alright.
do you have a backup question?
Backup question,
That's
I guess.
classified
Okay.
information, buddy.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with your kids watching your show?
Oh, do they approve of kids watching their
Would you
show?
approve of? Would you allow your own kids to watch your show? Like Xena or Ash vs. Evil Dead, that kind of stuff.
Oh, you mean my kids were working on the show, so
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, really. Yeah, because Daisy was working on.
yeah. But my kids are older. Are you asking should kids be allowed to watch Xena? Do you know? Yes.
Probably.
Yes, of course they should. It was
Yeah.
from a kind of gentler time, and in those days, dads might not have been so attracted. But I can't tell you how many young women are now telling me I watch it with my dad because they want their girls to be strong for the current world we're living in. You know, so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was really surprised about that actually, but I realized in the last 5 years I'm hearing that so much more.
Yeah. Hi there.
Hi. Hi, I'm Frankie. Hi. So, like, really quickly, I just want to give a shout out to all the Xenites in the audience. I've been in line with you guys all day, and I've made so many friends. What's up, everybody? They were really cool. So my question is, basically, if they remade Xena today, do you think that the relationship between Gabby and Xena might come from the subtext to the opposite of subtext.
To the overt.
The text.
The text. Oh, you're right. Yeah, she's right. Text.
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
Here's the
I
problem.
imagine, absolutely.
You tell.
Once you burst that bubble,
burst it.
then it's just like old chewing gum, the old relationship, settle down, argue over the trash. There's no, where's the where's the tension?
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd
Yeah.
have to find a way that they would be.
Like a will they, won't they kind of.
Yeah, that's a good point. But someone was saying that they really loved the relationship between Xena and Gabrielle, that it was a friendship and it was really deep. You know, and everything, sometimes what you see nowadays on television is more for, you know, entertainment or without the depth of the relationship. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah.
Cool. Thanks so much.
There you go. But
Thank you.
as far as dramatic storytelling, I mean, yeah, it's like the old moonlighting problem or like Mulder Scully. Like once you go there, it's done. Like there's no more, nowhere else to go after that. It's like it's relationships. Not that relationships are boring, but you know. Hi.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Renee. I just want to say you two look so lovely. Haven't changed that much in the last so many years. My question is, what's your fondest memory of the late Kevin Smith?
Fondest memory.
Oh, so many. He was such a kind, good man. And one of the later memories I have is going to see Danielle Cormack's play that he and she
That's
were in
what
the
I was
blue
going
room.
to say.
Yeah. And how I was backstage and I helped myself to one of the cookies in the jar, and I was like, shit, this tastes horrible. Like, there's nowhere I can throw it, just better finish it, right? So I didn't know they were edibles. This is like 10 years ago. And I didn't know what had happened. Anyway, it started coming on. I'm sitting next to Kevin and Danielle in the restaurant, and I'm starting to freak out. I'm thinking there's blood on the walls and, you know, just terrible images. And 3 days later, when I was free and clear, I woke up and found I'd hennaed black, like spiders up my legs. And, you know, it just seemed like such a good idea at the time. Anyway, Kevin was with me, and I was saying, those people, they're looking at us. And he did this queer little head turn going, like he must be going, are you? Anyway, I didn't figure out till like 2 days later, it was the damn cookie.
How did you find out that it was the cookie?
Because I rang Danielle and the next day going, oh my God, I was up all night like avoiding ghost murderers in my house. My daughter was sleeping next to me and I thought her eyes were open. It was the worst. If that's what y'all are getting out of it. I don't get it. Where am I
Probably
going
how
with that idea?
That's probably how you got through that play. That play was amazing. So that's what I remember about Kevin, and it happened to be connected to the Blue Room as well, that he was always just trying to do different things outside of Xena. And so he would do plays and stuff, and he was in this this really fabulous play with Danielle, and I just remember him being really funny because he had to put all these different characters on, different accents, run around in his little shirt, you know, and it was just entertaining. It was,
He was so much more intelligent than, you know, the Aries character than people want to think. Especially New Zealand men were quite threatened. He was too damn beautiful and manly, and they wanted to think he was a dick. And I remember saying to my brother, no, he's a really good guy. And yeah, just a top bloke.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. I'd like to know what your guys' initial reaction or impression of each other was when you first met each other and first started working together, compared to your reactions after you've worked together so many years.
She was exactly like Gabrielle in that first episode. And she was so complimentary that as a Kiwi, like we'd mistrust compliments.
Oh,
You only give those out at Christmas. And
Christmas
I was like,
cracker.
oh, she's a bit adoring. We're gonna have to break this.
But it was true. I was a fan already initially. You know, I had heard all these things about Lucy before. Seriously,
I haven't done anything. How could
No,
you have
no,
heard
she
anything?
had, yeah. No, it was things like that. She had been doing things in Australia where she was taking surveys of the road, and she's climbed all these places, and she's traveled the world. You know, I was like, oh man, she sounds really cool. Yeah.
Carry on.
And then just being kind of fascinated by Lucy because she speaks all these different languages. I don't know, how many do you speak? 5, 10, 15, 20? How many are there?
No, I learn several, but I speak really only one very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, actually, talk a little bit about the evolution of your character throughout the show, because you know what we saw at the beginning versus like she went from like sidekick to so much more. I mean, just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was always supposed to be the complement to the warrior. There was just this playful and goofiness that I loved about Gabrielle that was just really innate to who I am, and it was perfect to just go in and just sort of, I don't know, observe and laugh and be goofy.
I think they saw what Renee could do and they went, well, let's write for that. And now we want to give her a bigger story with the India, where you poor thing, you had to walk all winter in bare feet.
Bare feet.
Because it
That's
looks
a great
so
idea.
cool, so India chic.
Zen.
And New Zealand's miserable.
And I really do love the martial arts. I mean, I still love anything that's sort of in that genre of physical action and weapons. You know, I'm interested in it. So it was natural progress for me to want to be a part of the different stunts and the different choreography, because I was just waiting. I was chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
And it was natural that I should never be made to do a stunt ever, and just like grudgingly went into it every day for 6 years.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm Michael. Love the show Xena, and for you, Lucy, love you. You're like awesome in Ash versus Evil Dead.
Thank you.
My question is for both of you guys: what are your guys' favorite scene in Xena?
Favorite scene? It's a lot of scenes. Yeah. It's a lot to pick.
Scratch my nose. Oh, in Sickness and in Hell.
I love the one where you're like this evil stepsister or something. That was so funny.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog, yeah, those are the ones that make me laugh. Like it's where it's so goofy and ridiculous, and it's like British humor, but it's such a blast to do. And Lucy just commits, and yeah, that one with all the with Alex as well, Alex Tidings, and yeah, the Cinderella one.
Well, you know, obviously there's so many scenes, so many episodes, and I'm sure it's difficult at times to just pluck recollections out of there. But do you ever dream about being back on set or in production? Does it ever sort of enter your unconscious mind at all?
No, I think we nailed it the first time.
Never revisit it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. Thank you for all the great memories all the way from Beirut, Lebanon, where it was really important to have strong, empowering females on TV. You're both awesome and very inspiring. My question is a bit more general than the gentleman before me. Obviously, there were a lot of good episodes and a lot of story arcs. You went to China, to India, then the Twilight of the Gods, etc. So my question is, do you have any favorite episode or favorite story arc? My
Yeah,
favorite,
but lots.
My favorite
Lots is
episode
the problem.
is A Day in the Life from season 2, where we see them
Yeah,
doing random,
Day in the Life.
everyday
That was the
things.
Groundhog Day. Yeah. That's the one I meant, because you reminded me of it before.
Yeah.
The Dead. I mean, that was a good one to bring back
Deaths
up. Those
were
two.
amazing.
God, they were
Yeah.
beautifully produced. I mean, just the sets and then
Yep.
the story and right. Oh, and you were going through like a.
The Debts, we both like that one a lot.
What else?
In Sickness, no.
Again, there's a lot to pick from.
The Ides of March. What was that one? Is that what it was called?
The
That
Ides
was
of
bloody
March,
good. That was
yeah.
good television.
What's that?
It was an hour of kick-ass, brilliant writing and realization of somebody's script. It's good television.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The musicals were fun too, though.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Oh, yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your question?
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Renee. My question is, if you two were offered the job of being a casting director for a Xena revival series, what actors would you like to see audition for the roles of Xena, Gabrielle, Ares, Callisto, and Joxer?
Jeez, that's a lot to suddenly
any.
cast. You've got your work cut out, guys.
Who would we cast, or what would we look
well, who
for?
would you
I
like
don't
to
know,
see
what do you think?
audition? Because it all starts with the cast, and you two have that chemistry, so who do you think would work in those roles?
Could you even do it? Because it's like
Yeah.
trying to pick someone to take on a job that, again, as you said,
It's a heavy burden. Very.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
No,
think
I
we
couldn't. You'd have to pick people who are 20, in their 20s, or if there's, I don't know any of them. I don't watch the shows that they're in.
Massive casting call.
That's a tough one, yeah. Casting.
Yeah.
That's why casting directors are so important
That's true.
for a show. So I don't know, but good question, interesting
Yeah.
question. But let's move along. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, Lucy. My question is for Renee.
I didn't hear that. What? Aaron, what did he say?
Do you have any fond memories of working on the set of Darkman 2, and how was it to work with the late Larry Drake?
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Neither of us did.
And Renee on the Darkman 2.
Darkman 2, how was it to work on Darkman 2 in Toronto? And then what else about?
How was it to work with the late Larry Drake?
Oh, Larry Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry Drake. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, he was great. He was just out here doing his thing. Arnold Vosloo was the one that really captured me. I mean, my gosh, this guy was just charming and a wonderful actor. And it was so I was kind of thrown into it the last minute because I think they had to recast the part. And Rob's like, yeah, you go on to Toronto. And I loved looking around the city, went to Niagara Falls, saw as many shows as I could. So to me, it was a whole experience about being in Toronto. And that's what I remember about Darkman 2.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Hello.
Darkman 2.
So one of the central themes that we see over and over in Xena is that the gods and immortals really like to mess with humans, or they just happen to do it while they're pursuing their goals. So of all of the ways that the gods, intervened in Xena and Gabrielle's life, what was the most fun to work on?
Alex?
Alex Tidings was
Yeah.
always this joyful, lovely energy. Not at all an airhead.
Yeah.
She's like Aphrodite, but also a cool gal.
Yeah,
a cool girl.
she's an activist. She's
Yeah.
She's great. But she was more fun, right? I'm trying to think of the
But
others.
you're talking about a situation, eh? Rolling around in the sack with Kevin Smith wasn't bad.
I think that stands
Took one
on its
for the
own.
team, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you. At its core, what do you think the show was really about? Was it about redemption? Was it a show about outsiders? How do you kind of look back and view the core sort of message or theme of the show?
We've talked about that it just attracted people who felt marginalized. But I think that the show was about redemption. It really was. It's about how do you sort of exorcise those demons and move to something bigger and better, which, yeah.
Yeah, I think underneath that, redemption is about feeling worthy of a second chance, right? It's about forgiveness and self-worth underneath that. So I think the or the very deepest, most fundamental message is about self-worth and self-love, respecting oneself so that you can go and respect others. And everybody finds out that they deserve that. That seems to be what fans take from that. They deserved to love themselves, to forgive themselves, to have what they want, to heal themselves, to find love.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh my God, that was so deep. I'm exhausted.
It was good. It was solid.
Hey Lucy, hey Renee, welcome to Toronto. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the city as well as the country in general, but before you do that, Lucy, do you still kickbox with your brothers? And Renee, I'd love to hear your best injury story from the show.
What? Injury story?
Injury story, sorry. Injury story.
Do you kickbox your brother? That's news to me.
I've never.
I thought you used to kickbox with your brothers. That's how you got into the...
No, that was all these fans coming up to me yesterday, these women going, Xena inspired me to like beat the boys up at school. And I was like,
Well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that
it's
far.
not nice.
Fair enough.
Sorry, love.
Go ahead, Renee.
Any
Yeah.
injury stories or?
Oh gosh.
You must have a twisted ankle in there or something, eh?
Yeah, I didn't have much. I can't really say. Yeah, it was just a little sprained ankle, no big deal. But gosh, and I'll never forget Tammy, who was the stunt double for Gabrielle. And she's this little dynamo, but she and I miscoordinated a turn of the staff, and it hit her in the nose and broke her nose. And she's like, she came back the next day. You know, she's like, I'm fine. I'll just move on. You know, it's like, oh,
So yeah, her stunt people suffered a lot.
You caused the injuries. Yeah.
So how do you feel about Toronto and Canada? And I'll end it with that.
By the way, this is the most chill question delivery I think I've ever heard. You stroll on up. He's like, "Hey guys, Toronto, thoughts? Do you have any impressions of Toronto?"
Oh, I love your city. I love the Kensington markets and Chinatown are like my favorite place in North America. So yeah, and it's a huge town, but it's kind of spacious somehow, and people are relaxed, and yeah, it's
So
groovy.
when you have tourists come and they're staying in the Marriott at the Sky Dome, whenever the dome opens or closes, the whole hotel rocks. So coming from California, I'm going, oh shit, we're having an earthquake. And I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm in Toronto. But I'm literally watching the walls, hear them creak and crack, and the gears are rolling over, and I'm going, whew. Yeah, it's crazy.
That sounds terrifying. Wow. Hi.
Hi, Lucy and Renee. I'm fanboying a bit right now, so this is hard. You look fantastic, and I've been sitting here racking my brain to come up with a really interesting question for you, and I can't. So instead, I thought I would actually ask the audience a question. I thought it would be pretty awesome to hear all of the women and girls of the audience give their best Xena war cry.
Orchestrated.
About time, yes. Fellas, you are good sports, all of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I am actually one of those girls who would beat up the boys on the playground because of Xena. But to be fair, they were bullying me, so I was defending myself. So Xena actually helped me to overcome my bullies, so thank you for that.
Yay!
My question is though, so my favorite episode was actually Ides of March. I was wondering how significant was that episode for you guys, and was it as emotionally draining for you as it was for us to watch?
Is that the one where she got crucified?
Yeah.
And hypothermia. That was very hard on you.
Oh yeah, that's
We
right.
were-
I remember that.
Crucified in the snow, it might as well have been real snow. And there was a wind chill factor coming through there, and she's beyond blue, and she's like, no, I'm fine. It's like she'd gone past shivering, and it was in full-blown hypothermia.
Yeah, I remember that. Isn't that the one with like where we're wearing the garment that's kind of wrapped around us and we're sitting in the jail and
Yeah,
I'm
and
cuddling
Caesar's
you.
being murdered at the
I'm
same
cuddling.
time.
Right? Do you remember that? I remember it's like this really sweet moment, and we're just sitting there in like rags, and you've been beaten up. She always had like gashes on her eyes, talking about love. You know what? It's fun. That was one of those moments, right?
Always freezing.
Always.
Thank you. Don't beat up anyone else, okay? Like, guys gotta slow down with the beating up boys or girls. It's just don't do it. Hi.
Hi, I have a question for Lucy and Renee. Well, more of a thank you for every woman in this room, how you've represented us, and you're just our heroes, and we're so thankful. And that's all I wanted to say. That was
Thank
my
you
question.
very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Everybody.
Hey.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Renee. How are you? I have a question. So, my favorite villain is Callisto. I was wondering who is either both of your favorite villains, or who do you think was the most formidable that Xena ever took on?
Who was Claire's character? Alti, right?
Oh, Alti's the
Alti.
favorite.
She was great.
Alti, yeah, she just wins. She wins on every score.
Across the
Her as a
board.
person, her as a,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
She was.
She was the one where you're like, please bring her back over and torture us. Please bring her back. You know?
Put a spider in my mouth. I don't
Sure.
care. Just bring Claire back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love this little conga line of people.
Hopefully this is a fun one. My name's Anastasia. I work for the Directors Guild of Canada. I'm in film in Toronto North. What was your craft table like, and how far was it from set?
Oh. Craft table. How was
Crack
it?
table.
Oh, the crack table.
Yeah. More than a few steps away.
Yeah.
No, there is no craft tables in
It's
New
different,
Zealand.
yeah. It's not like in America or probably Canada where you have the crafty and there's just stuff everywhere from Cheetos to Doritos and
From morning to night.
constant
Yeah.
food. Everything you're not supposed to eat. No, it wasn't like that at all.
They would bring out trays of food at 4 p.m.
It's tea time.
Or tea time. You'd have morning tea and afternoon tea.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny.
Hello.
Hello. If you guys weren't on Xena, what would you guys be doing?
Real estate.
With that accent, sure.
Finances, accounting.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you.
It's a great loss to accounting and real estate.
I know,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's the bane of my existence. Like, yeah, because I like to produce and do other things. And it's like, oh man, I should have gotten a degree in accounting. It's the worst. Sorry, no offense.
I can see sort of the alternate universe of you as a real estate person with like your face on like the benches and everything. And like
Accidentes.
But I'm her accountant. Yeah, exactly. The books, keeping the books.
Hi.
Hello. Okay. Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Siobhan, and yeah, I'm here, and I have a
Hi,
question.
Siobhan.
I guess. Yes, that's me. I met you guys like in Michigan. I'm from Detroit. I met both of you guys separately. I met you guys today, and now I can like go to sleep and go home and be good.
But before you go to sleep, do you have a question?
I do. I'm sorry. I do have a question. I know everybody was asking about like your favorite episodes, but collectively, what is your favorite season?
What was the season with the dead? The one that ended in the dead? That whole season was that 2 or 3? You guys have to help us out. What?
I think it's 3.
It was
Is
3?
the most stressful season ever?
I lived 3. I remember.
I like the whole Indian, whatever the Indian thing was. That was cool. It was just beautiful.
I like the last season too. There was just so much like, throw it out there. This is it.
That means nothing to the 4 people in the audience who aren't Xena fans.
Sorry.
Shall we try to be inclusive?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, doll.
Hi. Xena, Gabrielle.
Xena.
Would you together do a Xena movie together?
So would they come
Together
back?
do a Xena movie. Because we fans Xena would love it. All Xena fans here would love it. We would love it.
I see a TLC special in their future.
Hallmark.
Xena, I would love to do it. I wonder how Renee would feel about doing like a comedy I just wanted to do a comedy movie just one more time,
Yeah,
right?
one more.
And get Bruce and Ted back.
Yeah, but I can't figure out if it has to be Xena and all the characters or if it just has to be the whole group again. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What do y'all think?
We'll call it Vima, like
you know what I mean?
Like on the Mad magazine.
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
the story of
Yeah.
Vima.
Oh,
so we should
Vima.
do the Vima.
There you go.
Thing just
Yeah, it's a character named Vima. Perfect. Yeah.
There you go.
And
If you know
Shatalicus.
any producers, let us know. Hi.
Hey, so something funny happened a moment ago. During the Q&A, everyone was addressing Lucy and Renee as Xena and Gabby. And my girlfriend said, "Who's Gabby?" So apparently, in the Italian Xena, you are Olympia. So my question is, well, you answered it. You knew that you were Olympia. And Lucy, how would you feel if you had to call Gabby Olympia? For
Vima.
Yeah,
I'm
it's Vima from now on.
completely fine with that. You know what's more shocking is that people were calling us that and we didn't even notice. We just answer to it.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Thank you.
Olympia would get my attention, though. Olympia.
Olympia, yeah.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi.
I have a sort of a personal question. Back in the time when you first aired,
First what? Sorry,
Aired.
my hearing's
aired
awful.
on television,
Oh,
was when there was a lot of sexual harassment and other type of incidents among the industry. Did you experience any of that kind of difficulty in your careers? And the second part is, on your show, did you try to use your positions of power, we'll call it, to protect guest stars? Or, I mean, you two were very close, so maybe you protected the two of, you know, just the two of you.
She had to protect everyone from me.
But
Yeah.
Right?
But for
No,
the
it's
other,
actually,
like,
can we just
guest
go back to
stars?
your first question, because that's a really important one. I will tell you regarding sexual predation of any sort or in the working place, I have never, ever been touched, ever actually, in the workplace in any way that was inappropriate. And I'm not sure this is true, but I think because television is a much more cooperative medium, it's less, you cannot hide that stuff on a, you know, within a working set, because you have to, everybody's needed, nobody's shielded. That stuff happens in, you know, in seclusion. Whereas I believe movies are much more hierarchical and information doesn't go between the hierarchies, right? So I believe that's true. I have, however, had a rather unpleasant experience in a certain country when I was, they throw you off a mountain and you sort of come paraponting down, or what do you call it? Paragliding? You're on,
Yeah,
you know, you're on
yeah.
and the guide kind of had copped a little feel. And because you're way up in the air, I was like, what? Is he checking my belt? I couldn't kind of figure out what had happened, but that's totally what he did. And then in the end, I'm completely discombobulated and weirded out and not sure what happened. And they're all like, come on, get a photo, Luce. And I'm like, I don't want to have a photo. And they sort of grabbed me into the photo, and the photo happened, but I know that there was no smile on that. And I realized that's that guy's game. That's their game. And then they have a photo of their trophies. But this was not a work situation.
We didn't have anything like that on Xena at all.
Well, it wouldn't happen in a
'cause
culture
of
where
with
you've got
us,
two female, you know. That's not.
But especially like with, you know, girls coming over from California, I don't know what they were expecting, but it was immediately obvious as soon as they walked into the read-through that, you know, it started from Lucy and Rob, you know, a beautiful married couple, and that was it. It was respect, and you do your job and have a great time, and you're part of our family today from here on out. So there was nothing like that at all. Isn't that great?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
But I've never had it on anything.
So we only have time for like 2 more questions. Let's end it on an upbeat note and some good questions. Hi.
Hello, thanks for visiting. And I just want to say I'm really glad you both decided to not become accountants.
Oh, she was real estate, though.
Real estate and account.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm a costume fashion designer. My question is about your costumes. You guys had a lot of different looks over these seasons and different characters. So, like, how'd you guys get in and out of those things? Like, where was the zipper? Like, I can't find any closure. And like Gabrielle, your green top, the trunk over the seasons, like, was it stretchy? Like, what were these? I'm just wondering, like, how that worked.
No, you were laced in every day.
Yeah.
Laced in.
An army of people to lace every part, a foot, you know, your hands in the gauntlets, the weaponry that would go behind you.
Like Spartacus as well. Like, you can't see any zippers on
There's
any of that
not,
stuff.
it's all, and
It's
it's
hidden.
some sort of corsetry that was taught by the London Royal Opera, whatever hell,
Oh.
came down and taught them how to make proper corsetry, and
Then
no,
they
that was all
draped you
legit.
around.
Yeah, no, there's no Velcro, and
It was uncomfortable though, right? I know it was
yeah,
uncomfortable.
it's miserable, but looks awesome.
Look good. That's the thing. Suffer for the art, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And I think this is going to be our final question. Hi.
Hello, darling.
Hi. Thank you so much for being here. And also want to it's just a statement real fast. I love Renee. I loved you in Alien Apocalypse.
Oh man.
And Lucy, thank you so much for everything that you do to raise awareness with your efforts with Greenpeace and everything else to raise the climate and everything. Mother Earth is really strong, so we gotta keep her strong and everything. So
Yeah.
thank
It's
you.
time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's an activist.
Thank you.
Everyone should be, yeah.
All right. We will sneak in one more question. You're up. Let's go. Let's make it fast.
Okay, we got to end it on a high because we just bummed them out. I'm reading Aaron's, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know, before you started acting, how you got into acting, if there were any people who kind of inspired you or influenced you to want to get into that profession?
Acting influences. Got to give me something so we can end on an upbeat note.
Jack Klugman, Quincy MD. And I was like, that's what I want to do for my living. I want to be a forensic pathologist. And then I realized, no, I don't. I don't want to go to bloody med school for 100 years. I just can play one on TV.
Okay, and my earliest memory in acting was being a costume character at an amusement park. And I was playing Porky Pig or Daffy Duck to Bugs Bunny, Foghorn Leghorn. So I was already getting trained, you see, because I was going to be right here.
Well, see, Jack Klugman, that's the Xena show I want to see. I want you guys to come back as like the Odd Couple comedy show, like you guys living together. Someone doesn't do their laundry. That's what I want to check out. All right, Fan Expo Canada, you guys are a lot of fun. Please make some noise for Renee and Lucy.
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of Fan Expo Canada 2018. Join the conversation below with a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.